Okay guys, look at me. I am so tired of the fake, outdated hacking videos. I see the exact same thing every single day. You download Kali Linux, you feel like a god. You type Nmap against a target. The screen fills up with all this beautiful green text, open ports, banners. And then what? Nothing. Your brain just freezes. You stare at the screen. You see the open ports, but you have absolutely zero idea what to actually do next. You know the tools, but you don't understand the process. And listen to me. If you only know how to press buttons on a tool, the second that tool fails or a firewall blocks you, you are dead in the water. Today, no bullshit. We do it from scratch, modern 2026 style. We're going to scan a network, find the ghost in the machine, map the doors, find the crack in the wall, and we are going to bleed it. Stick with me for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you how to actually pull the trigger. Everything in this video is performed on my own private local network using a purposefully vulnerable training lab called DVWA. Do not use these techniques on networks you do not own. This is strictly for educational purposes to help you understand how attackers operate. Listen, before we break things, because everyone gets stuck at this exact wall, I wrote down my entire workflow, a full raw guide on network scanning for hacker beginner to pro. Not that theoretical textbook garbage. The real way we do it in the underground and in the labs today. The link is down there. And look, if you grab it and you think it's trash, just tell me. I'll give your money back instantly. Keep the guide. I don't care about your money if I didn't make you a more dangerous hacker today. Simple as that. Link below. Stop scanning like a script kiddie. Let's start owning things. Alright, enough talking. Let's get dirty. On my screen, I got my Kali Linux armed, and over here on the other side, the target. We are using DVWA or Damn Vulnerable Web App. But right now, pretend we know nothing. Right now, we are blind. We are dropped into a network, and we don't even have the target's IP address. If you're blind, you can't shoot. We need to map the neighborhood. I'm going to type sudo arp-scan space dash capital I space eth0 space dash dash localnet. What is this actually doing? Don't just type it. Understand it. Sudo gives us root god privileges. Arp-scan is the weapon. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. Dash capital I, eth0, forces the tool to use our specific network interface card, Ethernet 0. We are telling it exactly which gun barrel to shoot from. Dash dash localnet tells it to blindly scream across the entire local subnet. Imagine you're standing in a pitch-black room with 50 other people. You can't see them. So you yell at the top of your lungs, "Hey, whoever has this IP address, tell me your MAC address." Somebody in the dark shouts back, "That's me. Here is my MAC." Look right there, 192.168.204.129. It replied, "We found the ghost. We are no longer blind. We have our target." Now, before we touch that target, listen to me. Amateurs just run Nmap and pray. Script kiddies just launch automated scanners and make a massive mess on the network. If you do that in 2026, modern AI-driven blue teams and EDR systems will see you coming from a mile away. It's like driving a tank through a library. Professionals record their own traffic. We need to know exactly how loud we are being. I am opening Wireshark, selecting my eth0 interface, and starting a packet capture. We are putting a wiretap on our own machine. Let it run in the background. We will check the evidence later to see the blood we left on the wire. Now we know the IP. We point our heavy artillery at the target. We need to find every open door, every window, and every service running on that box. I type sudo nmap space dash s capital C space dash s capital V space dash p dash space 192.168.204.129. Let's break the weapon down. Dash P dash means we are scanning all 65,535 ports. We leave no stone unturned. If a lazy admin hid a database on port 44,444, we will find it. Dash S capital V is service versioning. It doesn't just ask if the door is open. It kicks the door, grabs the guard by the shirt, and forces him to tell us exactly what software and what version is running. Dash S capital C runs default, safe hacker scripts from the Nmap scripting engine to check for easy, stupid misconfigurations. All right, the results are back. Look at my screen. No stupid analogies today. No, this is a door, this is a lock bullshit. We just look at the raw data and we build the kill chain. Nmap gives us 5 open ports. We read them one by one. We find the weakest link. First, port 21, FTP Pro FTPD version 1.3.2c. FTP is file transfer, unencrypted garbage. But look at the version 1.3.2c. This is from 2009, very old. We check the simple things first. We test for anonymous login. 530. Login incorrect. The admin is not completely stupid. Anonymous access is closed. We drop the connection. So we pivot. We do not run a brute force dictionary attack. That is loud. That is for amateurs. We look for a known vulnerability. I open a new terminal. I use a command line tool called Searchsploit. It searches the exploit database completely offline on my Kali machine. I type Searchsploit space pro FTPD space 1.3.2c. No results from the tool. But listen to me. My brain knows better. I know this exact version is vulnerable. But the public exploits for this, they are garbage. They are not reliable. Sometimes they just crash the server. It is not good for us. A script kiddie will try to force it and kill the target machine. A professional looks at this and says, this exploit is trash. Let's try another thing. We have 4 other open doors. We do not force a bad lock. We move on. But if you want, you can search online about this vulnerability. I promise you will definitely got the exploit. Second, port 22, SSH open SH 5.3p1. Listen to me. Script kiddies see port 22 and immediately run Hydra to brute force the password. We do not do this. Brute forcing is loud. It is stupid. You generate thousands of logs and you get banned by fail2ban in exactly 5 seconds. Look at the banner. Debian 3 Ubuntu 4. Very old Linux. Sometimes these old Debian boxes have the predictable PRNG bug for SSH keys, but we don't waste time on that yet. We ignore port 22 for now. We just keep it in our pocket. Why? Because SSH is our permanent backdoor. Later, when we hack the web server, we look for a config file with a hard-coded password, or we read /etc/shadow, crack the hash with hashcat, and then we come back here. We SSH in clean, no noise, just a legitimate login. Third, port 80 and 443, HTTP and SSL/HTTP. This is the jackpot. Nmap tells us exactly what is running. Apache 2.2.14 and PHP 5.3.1. Very old code. But look at the Nmap script results. Nmap pulls the title of the website for us. Damn vulnerable web app, login. We don't even need to guess our target. We know what framework this is. Look deeper here. This is critical. PHP SESSID:/HTTP only flag not set. This is a massive failure by the developer. It means they did not secure the session cookie. This means client-side JavaScript can read the cookie. How do we exploit this? We find a cross-site scripting vector on the web app, a comment box, a search field. We inject a payload. When the admin logs in and views that page, their browser silently executes our script and sends their session token straight to our Python listener. We steal their token, inject it into our browser, and we become the admin. We bypass the password entirely. Also look here, http-robots.txt:1 disallowed entry. The admin put a folder in robots.txt to tell Google, do not index this. If they try to hide it from search engines, that's the exact first place I'm going to look manually in my browser. It usually hides backup or admin directories. Last, port 3306, my school. This is the database. It says unauthorized. It means the firewall blocks external connections without authentication, but it is listening publicly on the network. How do we exploit it? We don't attack port 3306 directly. We attack the web app on port 80 to get to it. If we find a local file inclusion vulnerability on the website, we can force the server to read its own internal files. We request the configuration file for the web app. Inside that file, in plain text, will be the database username and password. Once we extract those credentials, we open our terminal and connect directly. MySQL-H the IP address, then -u root-p. We can pass the web application entirely. We connect straight to the brain. We dump every user, every password hash, everything. This is how you read the matrix. We don't guess. We map the attack surface. We find the weakest point. The web server is bleeding information. the configuration is sloppy. We attack port 80 first to get our foothold, then we escalate. Let's go. Real hackers don't just click links on the homepage. We brute force the infrastructure. I type DRB space http://192.168.204.129. Dirb uses a massive word list, a dictionary of common hidden directory names. It rapidly throws thousands of words at the web server per second. It's blindly firing requests. Does /admin exist? Does /backup exist? Look at the screen. Look at what it is returning. It gives us HTTP status codes for every hit. Code 200 means jackpot. The file exists and we can access it. Code 403 means forbidden. The door is there, but it is locked. Code 302 is a redirect. But look at the absolute gold mines it just ripped open on this target. It found /phpMyAdmin. That is a massive database administration panel. It found /robots.txt. And look at this right here. It found /config and /.svn. And look at the terminal output. It says, warning, directory is listable. Lazy developer. They left the internal configuration and version control folders wide open to the public. If a directory is listable, it means we don't even need to guess the file names inside. The server will just hand us a neat little list of everything in the folder. We just mapped the internal organs of this web server without even opening a web browser. Now we know exactly where to strike. Okay, stop, look at me. I'm not going to open the web browser now, type a 20-year-old SQL injection into a login box with zero security and pretend I am a god. I am not going to paste a basic reverse shell command and act like I just hacked the Pentagon. Every fake tutorial on the internet does that. They show you the easy win. They show you the outdated, broken machine so they look smart. But I promised you no bullshit today. In the modern world, if you go to a bank or a tech company and you type an old SQL injection into their login box, it doesn't work. Modern websites use parameterized queries. They patch these basic tricks. If you try that garbage on a real server today, you just get blocked by the web application firewall, logged, and kicked out. Today was not about the payload. The payload changes every year. Today was about the mindset. I want you to see the real workflow. How we move from being completely blind on a network to shouting in the dark to find an IP address. How we set a wiretap to record our own noise. How we hit a dead end on FTP, and instead of giving up, we pivot to the web server and rip open the directories to map the inside. This is the real loop. Recon, enumerate, fail, pivot. You scan, you find a crack, you test it, it fails, you don't cry, you find another crack. That is what makes a hacker dangerous, not a script you copied from a wiki, your brain. Before we end this, remember step 2? I told you we put a wiretap on ourselves. I click the red square to stop Wireshark. Let's look at the raw network data. I filter by typing tcp.port == 80. This is the raw forensic evidence of our Nmap scan and our Dirb directory brute forcing. Look right here. Synac. Look at all this noise. Thousands of packets. This is our blood on the wire. If you want to be elite, you can't just know how to run tools. You have to understand this screen. You have to know what your reconnaissance looks like on the wire, because this is exactly what the blue team, the intrusion detection systems, and the firewalls are looking at when they try to catch you scanning them. Look at what we just did. 20 minutes ago, we were completely blind in a dark network. Now, we mapped it. We found the open doors. We hit a dead end, pivoted like professionals, mapped the web directories, and analyzed our own network footprint. This is the difference between guessing like a kid and hacking with a professional methodology. You don't just run tools in a vacuum. You chain them together to create a strategy. Recon leads to enumeration, enumeration leads to vulnerabilities, and vulnerabilities lead to root. If you want to master these tools, if you want to stop guessing and start understanding this exact mindset, do not forget my PDF, Network Scanning for Hacker Beginner to Pro. The link is right down below. Grab it, study it, put in the hours when nobody is watching, build your labs and break them. Stay curious, stay dangerous, and I will see you in the next one. One life, one shot, make it count.